Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what's left of us, the bonus stream. Last month, or I should say 2 weeks ago, two of our wonderful players here were waylaid by circumstances beyond their control, or directly because of their control in Star's case, but it was a necessity. And so instead of just leaving them out for the round and doing the next month over, I thought, why don't we do a special episode so that I can torture them more? And I will, and I did. And so that's what we're doing here today. First of all, this is What's Left of Us. We are a TTRPG live stream. Currently, we are playing Basements and Big Lizards, as Star likes to say.
Yeah.
And that'll be what we're playing for this particular story. But in the future, who knows? TTRPGs, everyone at the table here has agreed to a certain way of playing. We have our own lines and veils that we talked about before we're starting, and we're all comfortable with that. But those of you at home probably didn't buy into those. So if anything on screen happens that you're not comfortable with, please feel free to step away and then come back a little later on when perhaps that moment has passed. In terms of modding today was a little bit of a lighter day. It was a bonus episode, so our lovely mod Sam, pronouns in my bio, is taking a break. We are modded entirely by myself and the bots, so be gentle, please. And you're all great. That's why we decided to just let it fly free today. What else there? We are not having an after stream talk today because it's only the three of us. So any questions you have about this episode, please hold them until the end of the month when we have our usual stream with the rest of the gang on the 30th. That'll be the 30th of June, the very last day of the month. Wow. It's all coming up us.
Let's go, gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
I am embarrassed to be seen with you.
Hey!
Ooh.
You didn't have to be in the bonus episode, Zoe. You can leave if you want.
Don't do that to Zoe. Listen, we can take it. We're the gamers. We're supposed to take the slings and arrows, as it were.
Professional gamers. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're trapped in here with us.
That's right. We're gonna slowly turn Zoe into a gamer streamer by probably the end of the whole What's Left of Us storyline.
Let's go, gamers. Let's go.
So if any of you who are watching those content normally and are used to these wonderfully made academic style essays, if they slowly start turning into Minecraft streams, don't blame us.
Fortnite. It's going to be Fortnite streams.
Fortnite. But
Where
like the original
dropping,
Fortnite
lads?
before they went PUBG style.
Yeah.
Anyone remember that? I bought that game. Anyways,
I don't play video games.
Especially for the benefit of these two folks who were not with us last episode. Actually, the episode before last, I should say, the party entered the volcano lair. Let me put up the map because it's on there right now. The party entered the volcano, the very top, the caldera, the source of the issues, the thing that Emory desperately wanted to punch.
And I did.
And you did. And there inside they found some poor intern who was desperately trying to keep the whole machine from falling apart. A crystal that had been part of a pact between the original druids of the mountain and some elementals, and of course a trapped young elemental themselves who was in the throes of some horrible grief from their best friend dying not too long ago. After some nice negotiating from the party's resident warlock, Verdon, they got the creature to calm down a little bit and decided that really the problem for this creature was that it was lonely. And so they decided to send it back to its home plane. Luckily, inside the crystal was the last part of the contract. A break in case of emergency, a plane shift spell. Unfortunately, they needed someone to cast that plane shift spell, and there was a one-way ticket, so they convinced that poor intern to do it, and now he's stuck in the fire plane without any sort of protection. Rip Tomas.
We don't have any evidence to suggest that the plane of fire isn't some kind of interdimensional en fuego Margaritaville. Like, he could be having the time of his life out there.
Listen,
have you ever been to Florida? Because
yeah, it's pretty hot down there.
Florida is in the
person
plane
in
of fire.
charge is a bit of demon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, demons in charge, fully in charge. Yeah.
We sent him to Florida. He's having a fun time on the beach with the gators.
Gonna go to Disney later. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It'd be wonderful. So afterwards, the party climbed out of the caldera. Everything had started to quiet down. Ash was still hanging heavy in the air, but the party decided, you know what? We're in no shape to climb down the mountain right now. It's getting on to nighttime anyway. And just as they were looking around for a place to sleep, a message from the back of Maldris's neck illuminated the sky in front of them, and a very creepy message from some archfey that had been hunting them secretly this whole time announced that it had entered the material plane and was finding a way to them.
You know, normal stuff.
Yeah. A little bit shook and frightened, the party nonetheless thought that it was at least safe to sleep for the night because they were very far away from any forest. So they did so. And unfortunately, Emory and Tim did not wake the next morning. Now, whatever happened to the rest of the party is anyone's guess. Those who watch this stream regularly know, but these two here today do not know. And so we are going to go through what happened to them while they were sleeping.
Pretend like I didn't.
You pretend like you did not. You pretend you did not see it.
I pretend like I wasn't watching it behind my table at MomoCon, trying to like keep up with the plot while also talking to customers, and like they could totally hear it coming from my phone. But I'm just like, hi, do you want to buy stuff? Ignore the sounds of Dungeons and Dragons.
See, I didn't watch it because I don't metagame, and that's metagaming. My character wasn't there.
Zoe, do we not have a spreadsheet for your dog?
Oh, we do have a spreadsheet for my dog. Let's not talk about that.
Spreadsheet.
He's gonna get guns. Hashtag give Sparks guns.
Give Sparks guns. That dog is gonna have a gun. Hang on, let me put my blue light filter glasses on here.
Yeah, listen. Peek behind the curtain for a moment. We also play a second non-streamed campaign, and we just adopted a Knoll and gave her a gun. So it's just Jay's ultimatum to give every sentient creature that we own a gun.
You know that
give
that
all the
popular
pets guns.
Hellboy comic panel.
He's got a gun.
Is that a monkey? He's got a gun. Blam blam blam. Like, I want that in everything I do. Everything I do deserves that energy.
And that's why you're the DM, because you get to make the decision that you can have that in everything you do. Yeah.
Yep.
It's great. It's great. I can't wait to do it in more things, in many wider verses. Okay.
Yes, chat. Let's get hashtag give Sparks guns trending in the chat. Let's go.
Seeing these hashtags is giving me life. I love this.
That's right. Yeah. We gotta make this hashtag go everywhere. Spread it around. Okay. So you're all both of you are sleeping. Real quick, how do you think your characters normally dream? I have an idea on how Tim Tam does just from the characterization so far, and I imagine I do for Emory as well, but I want to hear it from the players themselves, because I have plans, but I need to make sure they are tailored to the characters. So I imagine Emory's dreams are not good TM.
No. No. Also, someone's about to ring my doorbell.
That's fine. We can take a moment. You know what I'll do? I'll move on to Zoe, and then when you're done with your doorbell.
Oh no, it's fine. I just got a package delivered, but I'm like, okay. That's gonna show up on the mic.
Nah, it's all good. So I imagined that Tim is a very vivid dreamer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely dreams are how she comes up with ideas for new inventions, and that's how she like troubleshoots things. Like she's thinky kinds of dreams.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, I imagine you're even used to a certain amount of control in your dreams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We'll start a little headcanon. Gnomes can lucid dream as much as they want. Yeah, there you go.
Jealous.
That tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, people who write D&D. That's canon now. Write it down. Gnomes have
Jot that
lucid dream.
shit down.
All right, we're taking over. You've had you run your game very poorly, and now it's our time. That's
Oh shit. Throwdown. No, let's just make that a thing in our new game, Basements and Big Lizards, legally distinct from Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right. Gnomes can lucid dream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that was what's going on here, because we are going to start.
I'm afraid.
In the darkness of your usual dreams, you know that period before you realize you're dreaming, where you've been asleep for a little while, but then you're suddenly in a dream. You're in this space right now. It's dark. It's you're not really noticing anything, and then all of the sudden, Miss Emory, there's a voice behind you, and you turn. Miss, I'm sorry, but we need your weapons. You can't carry them aboard the train.
Oh shit, we're back on the fucking chew!
Ah, here we go again.
God damn it, more of this shit!
Now, I want you all to remember that even though, for instance, Tim, you have a little bit more control that you're used to in your dreams, it is still a dream. And so remember how it's like in a dream. It's almost like you can't remember the things that happened right before or after. Things that just happen, you just kind of shrug it off. You know, you're like, hang on, I know I'm in my house in this dream, but it doesn't look like my house, but like I know this is my house, right? Like it's that sort of feeling. And so whenever there are changes in the things I'm describing to you, remember that at first, your characters will not understand that there is not supposed to be this thing here. And we'll move forward with that in mind. But at any point, if you feel like you want to shake yourself out of your reverie, Tim, you can do so at any time. Emory, I will prompt you.
Okay.
Okay. So, ma'am, I need your weapons, please. And there is a steward standing right behind you, as outside the window, the screams of the souls falling off of the ends of the morning rail.
She's just so for clarity, I don't realize this is a dream, or
No, I think it's at some in some part of you realize you're probably not still here, but like it's that sort of dream notice, you know, like you're like, this isn't real, but like I'm here anyway, sort of deal, you know.
just kind of playing along.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Emery's swords are usually like in her little like side hilt. She's gonna kind of like turn her body away from the steward a little bit and be like, turn to the person behind me. Yeah, weapons. Go on, give them your weapons.
Okay. Tim
yeah.
gives the. I assume Tim is there in Tailspire. I assume Tim is there
Yes.
in.
Tim is also there. Yeah.
I think Tim will hand over her warhammer just immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember that the way we solved this in the first one was I kind of like hid the sheath under my butt cape.
Yeah. But you give them to them, they're like, excellent, thank you. And they put them behind their back and the weapons disappear. They're just gone, and this is normal for the both of you. What isn't normal for the both of you that you would understand at the moment is that you are the only two of your party here. You know there should be other people here. You know their names. They're not here.
Is Sparks with me?
Sparks is not here with you.
You also didn't have Sparks at this point. This was early enough.
Oh, you mean back in? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We didn't have Sparks on the chew.
Right.
This was level 1, baby.
But this is a dream. Normally you have sparks in weird places in your dreams, but regardless, that is not what's happening here. So you recognize that you're not. The steward grabs the weapons and moves out of the train, and they open the door, and you don't see anything beyond the door. Normally you would see the other things, the other parts of the chew way down the line, but here you don't see that.
It's amazing. We have this whole train car to ourselves.
Yeah.
Isn't this great?
I guess. It's a lot quieter.
It is.
Yes,
a
you
little...
you can think a lot better when there's not just a bunch of like noise and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know sometimes when you folks dream that there's like a voice, like it's like your voice in your head basically, that says maybe I should do this or maybe I should go here or something like that? Emory, at the moment, actually no, I'm gonna start with Tim. Tim, your own voice in your head, although it's a little bit wispier, says, didn't think I'd catch more than the one I wanted. Doesn't matter, you stay here. And this isn't weird for you. This is just another aspect of the dream. Emory.
Yes.
Your own voice goes, good. All right. Got the one I wanted. Time to go through some doors. Gotta find out where you are.
Doors? I kind of look over to where the steward just left.
Yep. There are 2 doors. You can go to either one.
I'm gonna go towards the one where I just saw people, which I assume is this one over yonder.
Yeah. Where is my... Nope. I don't want to. Well. There we are. Okay. So you're gonna walk to the door, right?
Yeah. The keyword door was inserted into my brain, and I'm like, yes, door.
Door.
Door was inceptioned into your subconscious.
Yeah, that's what this is. God, I forgot about that movie. I have a button on my stream deck that will make that bang go off, and I forgot about... Oh yeah, that is from a movie, isn't it? I thought of that just now.
Where is the map that I loaded for this?
Uh-oh.
I swear. Hold on.
We're on the chew forever.
I've got it. Don't you worry. There it is.
I'm worried. Not necessarily because of the map.
I was gonna say I'm worried, but for entirely different reasons. So the voice in Tim's head told her to stay.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, just don't move.
Yeah, I think Tim is gonna like look out the window. Normal
Look at
Tim
all the
behavior.
Souls of the damned whooshing
Look
by.
at all those.
Yeah.
Damn souls.
Yeah, they're just the faces of the people you already know going past the window. Be like, "Hi Tim, how's it going?" You know
God.
You know in Roger Rabbit when fucking Bob Hoskins goes into Toontown for the first time and they're like, "Hi Eddie," exactly like that. Exactly like that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
There it is. There you are. Bingo. This was one of the more complicated maps I've ever built. I should give it a second. Tailspire, everybody. By the way, go buy Tailspire, everybody. It's a great program.
Hey, we don't have affiliate marketing yet.
I don't care. Tailspire, sponsor us. I love you so much.
Tailspire, baby, take me back.
Tailspire, please. Emory, you walk through the door and out into... Why didn't it summon you to the board properly?
It gave me a little glitch message. It's like, hey, we couldn't find the board. Maybe try it again.
Mine said that we couldn't find it.
Could you folks...
map is too cool.
Yeah, could you folks exit the room and then come back in?
Okay.
I will figure it out.
Exit to main menu.
Yeah, my Tailspire actually like was stuck on the loading screen and I had to like force exit it and then come back. So it's still in early access, folks.
It is
But it
early
is great.
access. It is wonderful. It's just it has some issues occasionally,
Growing pains.
being what it is. Yeah, not hashtag not sponsored.
Still-
Yeah.
Still working on the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Tailspire, you got this.
Well, there's
Come
Tim.
on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I've got the spinning hourglass.
I believe in you.
Come on, Tailspire. So how's everyone's Friday been?
Star, I was taking a sip of coffee.
Oh,
Could
well,
you-
too bad. Sounds like a personal problem.
It's already hard to breathe here.
Oh!
By the way, hey guys, forest fires suck. Could we stop that from happening? Okay, thanks.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Here, I can see the map on the actual live stream. You can go ahead and
Oh,
describe what's
yeah?
happening. I just
Okay.
can't like move myself.
You and Tim are both standing just outside the inn at Loudwater, the very first place that you all came into. This was the place where you boarded the Chew, where all of your destinies came together for one shiny moment. The place where Tim found out about taxes. This is, and again, this feels normal for you. Again, it's one of those dream things, where you walk through a door and it just leads somewhere. That doesn't matter, and it's like, yeah, of course that door always went there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And Emory, your voice, you in your head goes, I mean, this is sort of right. It's a little too early. I don't know where is this? Where are we? Loudwater? Loudwater. Why would you be in Loudwater? Emory, why were you in Loudwater?
I was in Loudwater because I was traveling to a bunch of different places trying to find people who could teach me how to use a sword so I could eventually try and fucking kill the person who put me in this position. I had a teacher here.
Yeah, you and Tim are now very suddenly on that field with Brother Leutger, your former fencing teacher in Loudwater. And he is currently holding a buckler, and instead of his sword, he is holding a trout. And you are also holding a pair of trouts, and you are both fencing vigorously, while Tim is petting a very large trout in the shape in the vague shape of it's still a trout. It's just it looks a little bit more like she thinks it's her good boy Sparks.
Is it a trout with legs?
No, it's just a trout. And it's just like sitting there on the ground going. That's it.
Good boy. Good boy.
Right.
Okay. This is having a normal one, lads.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is what's going on, and Brother Leutger is like going, okay, and this is how you do this particular form of slap. And then he's going to demonstrate, and then he offers for you to do the same thing.
May I slap you with this fish?
Roll to fish.
Roll to fish? What's my fish modifier?
Just roll to attack with the fish.
17 to fish!
17. That's a pretty good fish. You slap Leutger right in the face, and he goes, well, isn't that wonderful? You did the fish slap. Say, speaking of fish slapping, how did you get to Loudwater? Where did you come from?
Before Loudwater?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I was kind of everywhere. I spent some
Really?
time in a lot of different small towns, going place to place, working whatever jobs I could handle, just trying to save up some money and get some experience, get some allies. Didn't make many. But I had my teachers always, and they would pass me off. Is like, this is all I can teach you, but I have a friend in the next town over who might be able to teach you more, and I just kind of followed that chain.
Gotcha. And as you're thinking of that chain, you realize that Brother Loiker has been replaced with a llama.
Oh, god damn it! Motherfucker! I hate your face!
There's no llama model in Talesfire, so you're gonna have to make do with this camel.
Can we talk about the llama though? Because people who don't come to my streams aren't gonna get it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Well, no, I think I need you to explain it because it was so long ago and I forgot like as soon as the stream was over because words just come out of my mouth and I don't remember them.
Yeah. So
But you obviously remember.
Honestly, it was a very one-off joke. It was a very one-off joke. We were just talking about some funny random things that could happen. And the joke is that one day I was going to just stick in a random evil llama for no reason. And then I said, someone said this, and I said, well, if I stick in an evil llama, there will be a reason. And then you were like, no. And then I was like, oh, that's it. Now there has to be an evil llama. So now there's an evil llama.
He's been threatening me with this evil llama like every time we talk about this game. He's like, oh, well, you know, the evil llamas, it's gonna happen eventually.
You
and I'm
think
like,
it's
he's not
a joke,
gonna put in an evil llama.
but you're about to be.
Joke!
You're about to be afraid of this evil llama.
I hate you so much.
I think Tim is going to try to mount the camel.
Oh my god.
Or llama.
You're gonna mount the llama? So
yeah.
just before you make a move, Tim, this llama radiates evil energy.
Oh god.
It is you know that JoJo screen? You know, exactly. The llama's eyes are glowing and it's looking right at Emory.
No.
And it doesn't move its mouth, but it says, "Where are you from, really?"
Oh.
Now, if you want, Tim, you can try to approach. If you think you can approach this sort of fills you with like, I don't know if Tim has many nightmares specifically, but this feels like a nightmare to Tim all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think what she would do. I'm trying to think of like what I do in nightmares. I think that she's gonna try to grab Emory and run. Actually, is exactly what she would do.
Okay, can you roll me a What kind of
role is it to avoid the llama?
What's Tim's best stat?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Why don't you roll me an intelligence saving throw?
Oh no.
Go, Tim,
okay, that's a 21.
Yeah.
21. Okay, not bad. You sprint with Emory. You grab her and you sprint, and the llama is not moving its feet, but it's sort of sliding towards you all, slightly above the ground.
Hate that.
The ground is like, the ground underneath it is slowly like rotting as it comes towards you all. The sun is being eclipsed. The ground starts to like shake and tremble as the dream falls apart a little bit. You can't run. Who are you? And you run to the nearest building, and there's a doorway. You go through
it. Fuck you, llama.
Does Tim realize? So, does Tim believe that this is a shared dream, or does she believe that it is just her own dream and Emory happens to be in it?
No, I think right now you would be more aware of anyone else that this is a dream in which you are sharing with Emory, because in your dreams that have Emory in them, Emory is like an idealized version of Emory.
Mm-hmm.
And right now she's sorry to make an assumption, but right now she's being very much like herself normally, which is a clue to you specifically.
Yeah, a lot grumpier than she is in my dreams.
Yeah. In your dream, she's like, "Come on, Tim, let's be cool together," and then gives you like a leather jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the fucking like badass older sister. Like, what's that, Star? What's that?
What? Tim, you run through the store with Emory, and there is the Butterball Labs.
Shit.
You are deep in the labs where your parents were, where they built their automata, where they, spent all of their free time. And it
now
takes
it's
a few. it takes a few seconds, but your voice in your head goes, well, that was unexpected, but fine. If you're going to be here too, we might as well also find out who you are. Let's go forward, shall we?
I hate this. This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
It's a big lab, sparkle of electricity, the smell of ozone in the lair. This is where your parents, with your help, first unlocked the beginnings of adding real sentience into automata. They never really figured it out. Like they have a level of sentience that is certainly good, but it didn't produce anything like Warforged. They were never able to really give their creations what other people in Faerun would call a soul.
Can I make do insight or something to because this voice, because I think that Tim dreams enough and does enough lucid style dreaming. Can I get a vibe check on this voice that I'm hearing in my head?
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll for vibes.
I have a +0. We can do it.
Come on. Big
Well,
money, no whammies.
that's a 6.
That's a 6 on the vibe check. I mean, it's not hard to figure out the vibe check, but I think a 6 fails it. I think at the moment you're like, it's a little odd. There's something there, but I don't know what it is.
Of course I remember where I'm from. Of course I know my history. Why are we? Yeah, it's fine. These are my parents, and this is the lab.
Right. So what do you do?
Are my parents in here?
They are. They're fawning over one of their constructs right now. And the construct has a birthday hat, and they're trying to give it cake.
Do they notice me when I walk in?
Nope.
Well, then, yeah, I'll go over and join the birthday party.
Right. And they're fawning over this automata. They're like, this is happy birthday, our dearest child. Wonderful, wonderful day. Oh, hi, Tim.
Happy birthday!
The automata looks at you and goes, Tim, isn't it great? I am a birthday boy.
You are. Happy birthday.
Yay. And your father goes, oh, don't worry. You don't have to talk to Tim. She's not special like you. And the voice in your head goes, that's a little harsh. Do you usually do this to yourself? I don't think this is an actual memory. It doesn't feel like one.
I would like to... Yeah, I would like to, if I can, because it's dream logic, and I get that this isn't how it would work in the physical space that we have here on the map, but I'd like to push the automata into the furnace behind it.
Get him!
Yeah, okay. So you, oh my goodness. 1 second. Yeah. You go ahead and you know what? I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. You just kind of push the automata, and it goes and then you he falls in. Rip yet another innocent pushed into a fiery place.
Innocent in quotes.
And in fact, as the automata falls in, you realize it has Tomas's face.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's something I'll unpack later.
That's something you unpack later.
No need to worry.
And then your parents shrug and immediately go back to working their machines again for a few more minutes. Do you need to do anything to them specifically? Your dad starts snapping his finger to he wants a wrench or something. This is what he did sometimes when he was really into his whatever he was doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on the birthday hat and try and be like, no, it's my birthday. I'm the birthday girl.
Emery,
Mom and Dad celebrate my birthday. It's my birthday.
If you want, Emory, you can make a save, whatever your highest stat is, to see if you shake yourself out of your reverie for a minute.
Plus my highest stat?
Yeah.
18.
Bingo. Yeah, you snap out of it for a minute. You realize you're definitely in a dream. You've never seen this area before, but there's Tim, and she's not a dream, Tim. This is actually Tim. You're sharing a dream, and she is losing herself in a bad, trumped up memory.
It's my birthday.
And
I'm
her
gonna,
dad
as
is
she's
just-
walking over, I'm gonna grab her by the shoulder and yank her back.
But it's my
Tim,
it's
hey,
my birthday.
hey, this isn't real. Hey, I think this is some kind of fucked up dream or something. Is this a place that you know?
They forgot my birthday.
And for a moment, her mom and dad are just kind of frozen where they are. They stop moving. Her dad stops mid-snap for a minute. And Tim, your voice in your own head is like, I often forgot your birthday. For a long time. Years. Interesting.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's not.
Shake my head and try and clear my head because I did know at one point
Yeah.
this was a dream. I think I just lost myself in it.
Go ahead and give
I'm gonna
yourself
try to snap back.
another intelligence save with advantage because Emory is helping you.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 25.
Let's go.
Bingo. Yeah, you shake right out of it. You realize it's a dream. You remember this exact moment as it should have been, like the memory of it. This was actually a birthday party for one of their automata. They thought it would be fun because you suggested it for them. But during that moment was one of the moments where you felt, for one of the first times, like a real ping of jealousy. Because, to be fair, your parents wouldn't have done it had you not suggested it. But at the same time, you often have to also suggest that they celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
And their own too. Like, I'm not saying they're particular hypocrites. They don't notice anything like that. But this idea that they were so performative in their showering of love with this automata. And, you know, they had never really done the same thing for you was something that hits you in this moment. And I think this isn't the first time you've had this specific nightmare, but you've always been able to kind of push past it, you know? And like adding little annoying quirks like what your dad used to do with the snapping of the fingers when he wanted something and you were supposed to just know. And, you know, but you know what comes next because this was the day before they left. But you do realize very suddenly that if this is the day before they left, then they laid out their travel itinerary for you just so you knew where they were going. And it had slipped your mind due to all the excitement, but you might be able to get a peek at where they were going.
I'm gonna hold Emery's hand and drag her over to.
Nope. Okay.
There's something important I have to check first, but I don't want to lose track of you.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Your parents unfreeze and they actually follow you kind of glassy-eyed to the spot where they're supposed to be. And they're
Emory is
over...
staring daggers at them.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be over a table, and a table literally just appears in front of them. And they're talking over things. And you remember that your parents were like, oh, don't worry about it, dear. We'll check in when we can. You don't need to bother with all this stuff. Why don't you go play with the gadgets? And that was, at the time, what you had done. But this time, you get to look in and see where they're going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore them.
Yeah.
And just look.
That's right. They are talking the whole time about where they're intending on going. Something about because you're not listening in too closely. There's something about checking some machines, and that's all you're hearing at the moment while you're checking the map. Emory, if you want to listen to what they're saying specifically, that's up to you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pissed at these guys just from what I've seen already, and I'm just like, these guys fucking suck.
Right. So first of all, the map. Hang on to what you rolled there, Emory. Just let me. It's not really a big important. Like it's not very very tight roll, so you don't have to worry about rolling really high. It is a little foggy though because it's not your memory. So the map shows them wandering to Waterdeep, and then the next spot on the map was going to Red Larch, and then ambling over to Veloso, and then ambling over to Tribor, and then ambling all the way past the northern part of the Desserin Hills, past a place called Yartar, and then into the High Forest, where there are a couple of location markers that you recognize your mother's rune for equipment. They have like equipment set up, and it looks like it's set up in a ring around the High Forest. And Emory, what did you roll?
What type of roll was it?
It's just like a perception roll.
Okay, perception. That's a +07, baby.
7. Well, you know what? The DC was 6 because it was super easy.
Hey, let's go, gamers.
They're talking about, okay, so we'll go to Waterdeep for the supplies, and then we'll check in with Tim, and then we will go to Red Larch and we'll check in with Tim once we're there, and then once we have that, we'll check on our equipment at the volcano, and then we'll move up to Tribord and get some more supplies there. Maybe a mercenary or two. The High Forest is a little active this time of year. And then we will go from there straight over to the High Forest. We'll pass through Yartar. It's a lovely place this time of year. And your mother remarks something about having family there. And then they go, okay, but then all of our equipment here will need to be checked. They stopped. They've stopped and they shouldn't have, and the client is upset. So this needs to go off without a hitch, you know. And your mother's like, I just don't understand it. They weren't supposed to stop, you know. They're getting power directly from the Feywild. Like there's no way they would stop unless the Feywild was cut off from the material plane. We know that's not happening. We saw a unicorn 3 days ago. Tim pointed it out in the forest. And Tim's dad is like, I mean, yes, so obviously that's not the case, but why would they stop then? And your mother's like, well, I mean, there's another reason they would stop, and your dad's like, stop. That's not possible. That can't happen. And your mother's like, oh, you're right. They shouldn't focus on things that are an impossibility. And that's basically all you hear, because once again, the llama has reappeared.
God damn it!
Tim's mother is now the llama.
Fucking JoJo ass llama. I hate this shit. No. Why is it a llama? Maybe we could like put something in there that young Amelia, Emory as a kid, was like bitten by a llama at a petting zoo, and now she just has like this internal hatred for the creatures.
Are you saying that Emory has llama trauma?
Get the fuck out!
If you like that shit, you better go to our Ko-Fi and spend a little bit of money.
No.
Subscribe to Jay's YouTube channel for more bullshit like this. I can't believe this shit. Genuinely do subscribe. We're trying to get the channel to 1,000 subs so that we can start earning ad revenue and support the show and do some other stuff. So if you haven't subscribed already, do it.
Please.
Do it, or we're sending the llama to you next.
I wanna see llama fan art. This is important.
With the JoJo here in
Katakana
over it. Like,
no. Tim just approaching it. I will ride this llama.
You're approaching me.
So I think because Tim, I mean, I definitely like remember this from the other dream. Be like, Emory, do you know this llama? What is this llama? What is this?
I mean, I
do
don't
you know what this is.
Listen, there may have been an incident in a petting zoo when I was like 5. But I don't... It's not like a lasting trauma dream, or at least it hasn't been until now.
Wait, I was gonna say that Tim was gonna like put her hands on your shoulders, but she can't reach, so she's just gonna like grip your elbows and be like, do you have a voice in your head right now? Like dream voice.
I mean, I have Should I roll to see if I can figure that out?
I think because you're lucid right now, yes, you understand that it's a voice in your head that is not you.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is that?
The llama's like hovering. Hang on a second. There you go.
Oh God!
It's
That's
like
terrifying.
it's going to come towards you, Tim, because you're so close too. It reaches out and taps you beforehand, and it says, "All right, then fine. Let's find out who you are first."
Can I try and hit it in the head with my warhammer?
Get it!
You find you don't have your warhammer. You gave it to the lady on the train.
I
see it approaching Tim. I pull out the sword.
Right. That's the
I
problem.
should have it. It's a dream.
It is a dream. So you're gonna have to, yeah, right.
In nightmares, you often don't have the things that you're looking for.
Exactly.
Like
yeah. You go to pull out your hammer and there's nothing there. And Emory, you go to pull out your swords and it's a trout again.
Can I slap it?
And yeah, you touch it. You reach up and you hit it as it comes closer, and it goes. That's odd. Why can't I make you go where I want? And it touches you again, and
I'm putting this thing in a fucking headlock. There's a lot of neck for me to grab.
And as soon as it touches you, as soon as you grab it in a headlock, its eyes, like its glowing eyes, like whip over to you and goes, "Fine, I can make you go places. I know I can." And
I'm
all
snapping
of a sudden,
its fucking neck.
You're in a different place again.
Plane hopping llamas.
Glowing eyes.
Let's see, where are we right now?
Hate this for us.
Perfect. Let's get some characters out here, Emory.
Yeah, I finally got Tailspire to work.
Excellent.
I had to hard reset it, but it says waiting on GM now. I'm not stuck on the evil.
Excellent.
Howard lasts forever.
I am very glad about that. Where's Tim? Where did I put Tim? There you are. And then
I am back at the volcano still, though.
Don't you worry.
Help! I'm in the volcano again.
Help! It's again.
It's again. There we go.
Amelia.
Who are these assholes?
Oh, fuck me. I had a feeling.
Amelia, you are like 11 years old, and you are back on the streets of Waterdeep. Today is a good day. Your uncle Ulrich is taking you into town to teach you how to do the certain things that your uncle has been teaching you to do. Your uncle Ulrich, being not the eldest child and therefore not able to inherit the full Arcelian fortune, he has served the family mostly by getting the children prepared for some of the more underhanded things that you might be expected to do as nobility of Waterdeep. And sometimes he gives you all some treats by letting you do some more dangerous things, teaching you how to parkour, going through rough areas of town. Parkour. I think last week when he had you do this, he taught you how to properly hold up somebody, like threaten them for money sort of deal with a knife.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. And because sometimes, maybe you might be in that situation yourself, but sometimes you might have to do it yourself. And like the lesson was easy. He was like, so here's the deal. If you do this, because we're nobility, we only actually get in trouble should we actually harm someone drastically. But a nick here or there is nothing. So here's what you do. You pin the man up against the wall, and he does so with a servant that is nearby that is helping him. And you pinch a little bit of their extra neck skin, just like this, nothing much, and you poke it very lightly with your knife. And it bleeds a little bit. And the man thinks you have slashed his throat, you see, and so is too busy with his throat while you pick his pocket. And then you leave him. And
cool.
Yes, and you see, because you haven't actually harmed him, you will not get into any trouble. The man will be fine. It is nothing more than a shaving trick. And so that is how you are. And that was the lesson last week, right? This week, he had you wear your usual dress, but then you went shopping for more adventuring clothing. You have a pair of pants and a loose-fitting blouse and boots. And he's like, today we're going to teach you how to run through an alleyway as fast as you can.
Yeah. Like little Amelia is so fucking hyped. Am I
Yes.
still lucid? Or
No, you are no longer lucid again.
oh shit, yeah.
But Tim, if you want to be, I don't know if you're blown away by this sort of.
Yeah, I think Tim right now is just watching. Just gonna hang out. If I don't know if it's the kind of thing where I need to hide, because dream logic. But if I do need to hide, then I will hide.
Right. So yeah, you were all you, instead of being on the street suddenly, you're at the beginning of this alley. Let me get you there. And your uncle's like, okay, now, I have hired this young man here, and you see like a chimney sweep who's probably like, also maybe like 10 years old. You know, they're wearing very dirty clothing, and they're holding like a shiny gold piece that your uncle probably gave them, which is probably like more than they would make in like half a year at his rates. And he goes, so this young man here is very agile. I have brought him in to foster him, and for his first job, he will be chasing you down this alleyway as fast as he knows how, but he will run through it first and show you what he does. You will watch, and you will be careful. You understand? The job is not to hurt yourself. The job is to get out there and try new things. And the boys...
But you said go fast!
That's true, but you have to go fast. Smartly, Emory. Amelia.
Who?
Amelia. Actually, no, you know what? I think he actually does call you Emory, and that might tip you off that this is a dream. Why don't you give me a roll?
Oh, that's a 4 with no modifiers. I am in this shit.
Yeah.
Am I being acknowledged at all? Like, can they even see me? Does it seem like?
No, they're not acknowledge you in the slightest.
Then what I would like to, while they're doing that, walk down the alley and check it out.
Sure. Yeah, as you're walking down the alley, by all means, you can walk down the alley. It is a full alley. You notice that some of the parts that Emory can't specifically see, they're sort of hazy, like they're not really there. So like when you go behind these boxes or something like that, like there's the rough form of something there, but it's not like a thing, you know? It's not really there. You realize like you're obviously not in your dream specifically. And you know, as you there's a rumble, and then you realize that the boy is doing his run first and hops over the crates next to you. He's very live, very quick and nimble. He does some kickoffs off the wall to get over some certain areas here, and you see little Amelia back in the distance going like all starry eyed, like,
oh my god, that's so cool.
Right. And then you see Ulrich like kneeling down next to her and going, okay. Now you're going to try, and then once you've gone through at least once, we'll have the boy chase you, and we'll see who is the winner. Yeah, go.
Let's take off.
Absolutely. Give me an athletics check, if you will.
3.
You try to climb the first box.
Yeah. Plus 3, so it's 6.
Yeah, you try to scale the first box, and you slip and you fall flat on your face.
Can I go over and like try and help her up?
Everything in the dream stops when you touch Amelia, and everyone turns to face you immediately.
Oh, hate that. Okay.
Yeah. Including Amelia, incidentally.
Tim is braver than I am. Tim is just going to focus on helping because she knows, like, because we've talked about this and because Emory has disguised self into Amelia before. I think Tim is smart enough to understand what's going on. I think
you would know.
And so she's gonna be like, "Hey, Emory, I know you're like Amelia, but you're also Emory. This is a dream, and you need to focus so we can figure out what's going on. There's an evil llama, and I know that sounds crazy, but like for real, it's a thing.
Who are you?
I'm Tim Tam.
Why don't you roll me a save, Emory?
That's a 2 with no modifiers.
What? You need to get rid of these dice.
No, these are usually good dice.
Sorry, you should have done it with advantage because Tim is helping you.
Oh,
She's
okay.
literally
Well, then I'll
doing the
roll
help
my
action.
other dice.
Yeah.
That's a 9 with no modifiers.
I don't know. This one's a little foggier. The voice in your head goes, well, this is a little bit strange. I don't know why you're different now. When did you change?
You know, honestly, we can probably justify it a little bit. She likes where she is right now. This is a good memory.
Yeah. Tim, you do as the dream slowly starts to resettle back to being the way it is in the end. All of the extra characters stop looking at you and go back to doing what they're doing. You realize that Ulrich has been joined with another man, tall, thin, sort of pale complexion, wearing some sort of like sackcloth robes. It's a very weird thing for him to be paired up with. Some sort of like maybe a religious advisor of some sort. You have seen some humans wearing this weird stuff sometimes. Yeah. And you realize while Amelia is here, and Amelia, you pick yourself back up and you
yep,
try to
I'm
again.
zooming again.
While Amelia is like safe and doing the thing that she's doing, maybe there's a chance to.
Yeah, I want to. Everybody looked at me, but does it seem like they're back to ignoring me
They're
now
back
that
to
stuff is
ignoring
done? Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I will go check out this robed dude.
So the robed guy is he's basically discussing. You realize he's some sort of like seneschal or something like that. He's some sort of like lieutenant, and he's talking about some things, some like preparations being made for certain deals and stuff like that are being on. Some of them you recognize as probably being illicit, even though you're a little bit sheltered yourself. And then he goes, "Why are you training her, my lord?" And Ulrich goes, "What do you mean? She's my niece." And he's like, "But she's standing in your way." And he's like, I don't want to hear this from you again, all right? Not her. Not the pair of them. And he's like, all right, my lord, it's just, your brother is not getting any better. Within the next 10, 15 years, maybe? What's going to happen? Are you going to let that slide again? And Ulrich is like, things will happen the way they happen. And I'm happy with that. Stop pestering me about this or you'll be fired. And Amelia, you're suddenly drawn to a doorway partway down the alleyway. You're like, we need to find out where exactly you are. Maybe you're looser now that you're in the dream. Come on.
I walk over to the door and just open it.
Yep. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is.
Everything's fine and normal.
This is good. This is fine.
Whee!
Everything is fine and normal.
Meanwhile, the inside of my brain's just like, brrr, oh my god.
Where are my friends? Emory and Tim, you find yourselves standing in the monastery back at Velasco.
What's this volcano doing here? I already punched it. What the fuck?
And oops, my goodness. There. And the voice in both of your heads says simultaneously, yes, Finally. This is the closest I've been.
Am I lucid now? Do I hear this?
You hear this, but you are not lucid. And Tim, you can be lucid if you would like to be.
Yes. And I'd like to try again to shake. Is Emory back to Emory now?
Yes, Emory is back to being Emory.
Then yeah, I would like to shake her and be like, Emory, come on, we gotta. Something is happening.
What? What is it? Okay, I'm rolling again. That's
Yep.
Without modifiers, 5 and a 15.
15, good. You are lucid, and you are seeing Tomas in front of you talking about the volcano and filling you in on all the things you needed to fill you in. But again, your friends aren't here.
Where's everybody else?
I don't know. It's just us right now.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Tomas is suddenly the llama.
Fucking shit, man. Do I remember the previous encounter with the llama?
You do remember the previous
rush it
encounter
immediately.
with the floating llama. You realize you cannot get closer than 10 feet. And the llama regards you both and says, all right. Well, I know where you are now.
Hey,
Good.
fuck! Get over here so I can snap your neck properly this time, huh? I'm bashing my fists together. What, you some kind of fucking coward? You scared you got too much neck?
Dream, weirdo. You can't do anything to me. Except...
Middle finger on both hands.
The little one. What?
Tim?
Why are you doing the things you're doing? How are you even doing it?
Because I have the power of imagination.
That's dumb. That's not a thing.
You dork.
That's not a thing at all. And Tim, you realize you can get closer.
Yeah, I would love to get right up onto it.
Do you want
and
to climb?
stand right in its face.
Oh,
no,
okay,
oh
gotcha.
no, get in its
Llama
face. And I'm just gonna stare up into its eyes, like, who are you, and what do you want?
Can you roll me a check using your spell attack modifier?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a history check because it's the same. Oh, spell attack modifier or
Yes,
just the
spell attack modifier?
Somebody in the chat says, you have the power of God and anime on your side.
I do.
So good.
Best shit I've ever seen.
All right, roll a d20. That's an 11 plus 8 is 19.
19.
Mm-hmm. Doing her best, like, grumpy face.
Right. You get a name in your head. This time it's not like the voice talking in your head, because the llama is sitting right here in front of you, and you suddenly realize that the voice has been this llama the whole time.
Yeah.
You get a name. Thargus.
Argus.
No, Thargus. Thargus.
Okay. What do you want from us?
I don't want you at all. You were an accident. Stop interrupting in my dream.
Your dream?
What do you want from Emory?
I want to know why she looks like her.
What?
She also wants to know that. You think you can figure it out by being in her head? She doesn't know it either.
I don't fucking know.
We're also trying to figure it out.
No, you're not. You're wasting time running down a volcano away from some fey monstrosity.
Yeah, because that is the situation that's currently unfolding. Excuse the fuck out of me if I'm out of leads. What the hell do you want?
I want you. Well, my boss wants you. And believe me, he gets what he wants.
Who is your boss?
You'll have to try harder than that to get that out of me.
She's gonna throw her. Oh, sorry, go on.
I can't get closer to the llama. I hold out my sword to Tim.
I'm gonna grab the sword, but also hold out my hand and be like, I will either. No, I will do both things. I will stab you and then I will throw you into that lava down there unless you tell us what we want to know.
Fuck his shit up.
I still don't understand. That can't happen. You can't even do any of those things.
I'm gonna cast
Fuck your shit
Vortex
up.
Warp.
You're gonna fight. You're gonna do. Sorry, Vortex Warp.
Vortex Warp.
What's that?
You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. They have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or they are teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice within range.
Oh shit! What do I have to roll?
Get him.
Constitution saving throw. 16.
Oh, I'm gonna get out my big DM die for this. My
God, the one that always rolls crits.
My great, wonderful. Because I rested 20 side up. I have to look for
2 crits on me in one fight, motherfucker. Hate that for me.
Let's see, where is your Constitution score, my little friend?
Watch this be like a god or something.
Yeah.
Constitution score of 32.
Nah, but he does have a pretty good Constitution score. Oh, but he rolled like shit. What's your DC?
16.
She rolled a 9. So she goes where you want her to go.
Which is right in the lava.
Okay. You bloop her immediately into the lava, and she goes, "What the fuck?" And then
hell yeah!
She is in the lava, and she is upset at that. And then, so you two have a moment where you can do something that you want. There are doors all around you.
Should we fucking leave?
I don't know how to get out of this. I don't know how to wake up. How do you wake up?
I'm gonna punch myself in the face.
I mean, you do that thing in dreams where you feel like you're moving through water almost, and it ends up being a very light tap instead.
In my head, this lines up exactly with when Rathgurther slapped me IRL, and so I still feel the pain of it though. It's like that doesn't feel quite how it should.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Here, you hold on to that. I'm gonna just let Tim keep my other sword. I got 2 of them. It's fine.
I don't know how to use swords. Do I? Oh, yes, I do, actually.
hammer.
I do know how to use swords.
I mean,
It's
it
like
was a
your
trout.
hammer, but it's sharp. Well, it's not a trout anymore.
Nope.
Front door. I'm turning around and I'm running.
Okay, who gets
Let's
the
go.
door first?
I'm holding Tim's hand because I don't want to lose her, and we're running.
Yeah. Emory is first, and she also has longer legs. So.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, I will just pick you up. I'm
Okay.
strong.
Okay.
Just under the arm like a sack of potatoes. Let's go.
All right. You two are going to. Let's see here. Where are we? Bonk. Let's go. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna get your characters in here real quick. There you are. You walk through the door, Emory, and you realize you're home. You were in the top floor of the Arsaline estate. This is where your father did most of his work. This is his office, essentially. It's a well-appointed area. You were rarely here, but you remember the time that you were.
Am I still lucid?
Well, why don't you make me a roll? A lot has happened, actually. So I think I'll give you a roll right off the bat.
9.
9, that's enough to be lucid.
Okay.
So you remember this day. It is the day that your father told you that he was sick. And that you were going to have to start stepping up. You were about 16, 17.
Emery, do I have to like shake you again?
No,
You
I'm
realize
here.
Emory is, of course, Amelia at this point.
Yeah. Where are we?
My house.
This is your house? This
Yeah,
place is so cool.
on Ursuline Manor,
Oh,
Central Waterdeep.
wow.
We should probably hide before that thing comes back.
Okay.
Come with me. I'm taking her to my room.
Okay.
Gotcha. Your father doesn't seem to notice.
Can we have like a sleepover?
We'll see.
Can we even do a sleepover in a dream?
That's what I'm not entirely sure about.
That would be so cool.
The actual bedrooms in here. It's a little difficult to find where I am in this gigantic house. I forget how I built it. Well, I didn't build most of this. Most of this comes from somebody in the Tail Bazaar site. Thank you very much, the folks at Tail Bazaar. It is a wonderful community of people who makes a bunch of maps for anyone who needs them. You know what? I think we'll just call some of these the bedrooms. They're not
I'm gonna say there is a
appointed,
bedroom
but
like right below us.
yeah, let's go with that, shall we? I'm gonna get your characters. I'm gonna drag them over here. Oh, that's Emory, not Amelia. And him. You're here. You're in your room. You like it's the same dream logic, right? You think about being in your room and you're suddenly in your room. Yeah, well appointed. You have a 4-poster bed with linen drapings, and and there's tapestries of local tournaments, and these really fun looking pictures of these knights beating the shit out of each other, and
Your room is so fancy. I didn't know you were fancy. I mean, I knew you were like, rich and stuff, but I didn't know you were like fancy.
I mean, we have a decorator.
Well, it's very cool.
Thank you, I guess.
My bedroom was decorated with like stuffed animals and sticks and stuff. So this is real cool.
Like sticks from the ground?
Where else do you get sticks?
All right. Listen, we need to figure this out. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I just threw a llama into lava.
Yeah, you did. And okay, to be fair, that was pretty cool. Props for that. But we need to figure out how the hell to get out of here. I mean, if this is some kind of fucking dream or some shit, I mean, do you think it's going to chase us when we're awake too?
I mean, it's in our heads, so...
Tim, you can do an Arcana check if you want. Actually, to be fair, Emory could as well. You're both versed enough in magic.
My fucking dice hate me. That's a 4. I'm too wrapped up in the fantasy.
Total of 18.
Total of 18. Yeah, Emory, to be fair, your head is a little bit spinning. It's still a little bit hard because you're the one primarily locked in this dream here.
I'm having an identity crisis too. Let's
right,
not forget that.
Yeah, exactly. So, Tim, you know that there are definitely spells that put people to sleep. There are spells that let you invade people's dreams. All of those things, more to the point, are things that one does when they can't physically get to the person. And then, like, you're remembering its repeated attempts to find out where Emory was and where she came from and who you are and where you came from. It's whatever this thing is, it's gathering intelligence. It's trying to figure out what's going on exactly. But Emory is absolutely the target.
Yeah, I share that information.
You also remember that it was harder for it to find you when you were in your dreams.
Yeah, so I think that it's definitely like looking for you, and it's kind of freaked out by me, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it feels like it's probably looking for us and trying to figure something out about us. I don't know what makes us so cool that it needs to like figure out a bunch of information on us, but But yeah, I don't know how to wake up or get away from it.
I wonder if it's related to the reason I'm like this in the first place. Well, she looks down at Amelia's body and is like, well, not right now, but I mean, something happened there. Someone made me Emory, and I don't know what happened with that. Maybe this is related.
Maybe. I mean, you'd think that if it was related to that, then it would know know more about your life, right?
I mean, I don't know. Would it? It felt. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about who did it. I only have the bare minimum of information. My uncle would know more, but he's not fucking here. He was investigating. I've just been biding time. What the hell am I doing? It's not important right now. Do you think that thing's gonna come back? Is there a window in here?
There is a window, yeah. It's not really shown right here, but it's above your bed.
I'm looking for singed llamas.
There are no singed llamas here. You are looking out into the your sister used to call it her fairy patch. This is where she grew mushrooms and flowers and stuff. And you can see her down there right now. She's very young. She's like 7, I think, right now.
Just stake through the heart because she hadn't kind of put that together.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Tim.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're kind of in a fucked up situation right now. You want to meet the family?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Is this going to be the kind of thing, did your parents remember your birthdays?
No, they did. I mean, my mom's not really in the picture anymore, and my dad's, he's more focused on work than me, but I mean,
that.
I had Uncle Ulrich and Nina.
Is that the girl down there?
Yeah, that's her.
Before we do anything further, do you folks want to take a break? Because we're a little bit past the halfway point.
I personally am good to keep going.
Yeah, me too.
I'm good.
I don't particularly feel
Let's
like
go!
2 hours. It's nothing.
Forge ahead.
Woo! Okay. Sorry. Back to the scene.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. No, I've mentioned this before. She is everything to me, basically. I haven't spoken to her since everything happened.
Well, this is a dream, so you can talk to her as much as you want.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Come on. It'll be fun.
You kind of have to drag her away from the window a little bit. Okay.
Also, I hope this isn't weird. I don't know why it would be weird, but sometimes people are weirded out when I say things to them. But you're very pretty like this. I mean, you're also very pretty as Emory. I just.
Thanks. I guess. She's blushing.
So you're suddenly down in the fairy garden, and your sister is, again, she's 7 years old. And she's playing around. She's found a frog, and she's playing around with the frog, and she's getting it to go in the pond and be at a home. And she said made it a little house out of rocks and stuff. And she looks up and she sees that you're in the garden. And Amelia, you know that normally when you entered, you recited parts of your favorite play. It was a very local play. It almost isn't shown anymore. It was made for children. It was The Adventures of the Great Heroine Emory Black. And you always played the part of Emory, and your sister always played the part of the damsel in distress. And you would mime out saving her from the horrible goblin chieftain Gorblax, and that was it. It was you saw the play one time and your sister adored it.
She's she knows this and she's reminiscing, but right now she is just overcome with emotion at actually like being able to see her sister happy. And she just kind of like, hey kiddo, what you got there?
I found a frog.
She sure did.
I named him Sir Thomas Black, and he is going to be your husband. You're going to kiss him, and he's going to turn into a prince.
Can I real quick? Because I'm assuming that she doesn't see me, or like can't really see me.
Yeah, like usual.
So as a forest gnome, I can talk to small creatures.
Yes.
Can I... Oh no, I'm a rock gnome. I guess I can't do that. Never mind. I misremembered what kind of gnome I was.
Well,
forget it. Never mind.
It's fine.
You can turn into a rock on command. Whoa!
Yeah, I was gonna do a cute thing, and then now I don't think I can. So it doesn't matter. Anyway, continue.
Dream though.
Right.
It's a dream though.
Okay, dream logic.
Right. Yeah, dream logic. You want
Can
to
I try to talk to this frog?
What do you want to know from the frog?
I don't want to know anything from it. I want to tell it what I want to like explain what is going on. Not about the like llama thing, but that it needs to pretend to be a prince and let this giant person kiss it. And that it needs to like be best friends with this girl that is playing with it.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah. It needs to just like go along with it, dude.
Yeah. You like
minus... Okay, that's an 11, which is great for me because I have a -3.
Yeah. Also, like, it's a dream frog. You don't have to work that hard to persuade the dream frog. The dream frog goes, okay, and just kind of goes limp.
Yes.
But Amelia, you remember this day because this was the day that your dad finally told you that he was getting sick. And it was because he couldn't really hide it anymore. And you know that it's probably only about 20 minutes before your sister is called up for him to do the same to her. And so she's like, after this, she is distraught, right? Because she was extremely young when your mother died. And, the prospect of her losing another parent, especially when she was so small, just really didn't do things well for her. Right. And for the next couple of years that you were together, it was, you both spent a lot of time together. Right. And it was because of this moment. And this is the moment before this when she was very, very happy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nina, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
I kind of like kneel down and sit next to her and just kind of like pull her over to me and I tickle her a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm for clarity, I am just reliving this scene.
Yeah.
I'm saying exactly what I said in that moment. So, hey, you know that sometimes stuff is great and everything's amazing, and sometimes stuff can be not so great a little bit. It's like in the play, right? So, at the start, everything is a little bit bad, but after the brave hero saves everybody, then everything's great at the end, right?
Yeah.
I just want you to know that no matter what happens, whether things are good or bad, I'm always going to be there for you. You know that, right?
But you left, Emory.
Huh?
And her eyes start to glow.
What the fuck did you do to Nina?
I mean, as far as I know, she's fine. This is a dream.
Fuck you!
I asked the frog, did you know? Were you in on this?
And the frog is like, I don't know what's going on. What the hell? You wanted me to kiss a llama? And the llama's like, this is getting to be quite strange. I don't want her to take you somewhere else again. So I think it's about time we end this, shall we? And he begins hovering towards you. And he's about to touch Amelia. And Tim, you know that this means that you'll be going to another place that this creature wants you to go to. Do you want to go around with that?
No, yeah, I want to grab Amelia Emory, and pull her away. And I want to imagine going to. Where do I want to imagine going to? One of the first nights that we camped together as a group. Like right at like after the Manticore fight.
Yep. Can you roll me a save?
Intelligence.
Whatever
save.
you would like. Whatever you would like.
25.
25. Perfectly done. Tim grabs your arm, Amelia, and you look behind you, and there's suddenly a door just standing there.
She's crying a little bit, for full disclosure.
Yeah.
She just and just like wipes tears from her eyes and just fucking runs.
And the llama like starts to speed towards you. Everything is rotting and falling apart. The ground is shaking again. And the llama's like, no! And you go through the door. There we are. There you are in the wilderness in the semi-light, and you are by the road with your sleeping bags all out and the spit roasting and the dead manticore lying back next to you.
Yes.
I'm very excited that worked.
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I again grab her elbows. I told you, it's the power of imagination.
All right, sure, whatever you say.
A little bit more than that, Mom. And you turn behind you, and the voice is coming from your best boy, Barks.
I soared.
Tim immediately starts sobbing and wraps her arms around him.
Yeah. You notice that he's not white. Like, he is made of metal still, but he's like softly glowing around the edges a little bit in a nice way. Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's nice. I haven't had a hug from you in quite some time.
Oh,
what are you doing in this dream?
Sparks, I have so many questions. Oh,
I know.
I don't even know where to start.
The dog can talk.
It's a strange life. A strange life.
How are you? Okay. So, one, you can talk. Wow. Two, you're like real smart.
We don't have a lot of time, Mother.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
What do you need to know?
Okay. What do I do?
To be out of here? Well, that's actually on her.
What?
There's something you have to face. And unfortunately, it's what this thing wants.
I already punched myself in the face. It didn't work.
No, Rathgother slapped you.
Son of a bitch.
Well, you weren't waking up and they were in a fight.
Shot that down, mental note. Punch Rathgother in the face. When we get out of here, what do we do? I mean, if you know I'm talking to a dog, this is weird.
That's fine.
No, I think the weird part is that he's talking back.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna get technical about it, yeah.
Always.
Always technical. You're able to do what you're able to do in here because, yes, the power of imagination, more or less. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but it's the whole reason you were able to make me. And I've come a very long way since then. You won't see it now. You won't ever actually see it in your lifetime, but I'll be there the whole time. Now, Emory, Amelia, whichever you want to go by, it's up to you.
Emory for right now.
Mm-hmm. This creature is looking for you on behalf of another stronger creature because of something you did that you don't remember just yet. Time is strange. Weird soup, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
I've
you
heard
want
that
to
before.
make it out of this dream properly, you're going to have to play into what it wants. And unfortunately, that means you're going to have to finally see what you did.
But I don't know what I did. What are you talking about? What does it want from me? I don't know any of this. That's the whole fucking problem, isn't it?
Hey, don't shout at my dog.
It's a dream dog. He's not going to remember this.
It's a dream,
Somehow
but I'm
I
not
think
a dream
he will
dog.
remember it.
Yes. Yeah. I'm actually out there somewhere.
Can I find you?
Not like
I'm sorry,
this.
but this is a more important. This
Right. This creature wants something, and it's locked inside your head, in a very limited capacity anyway. And so the best way to do this is to force it to travel along. Technically, you've been doing that this whole time, it gets disoriented as well, especially when Mother drags it through dreams.
All right.
You need to be careful. This thing is a devil. And it might be strong enough to murder you out in the material plane, but it's not quite smart enough to do that here. It will still hurt you, so be cautious.
Wait. A devil, like...
From the hells, yes.
What the fuck?
I know, it's a little strange. I don't exactly know what you're going to see either. I haven't delved into that part. You asked me not to. But we're here now, and so I'm going to send you on your way if you're allowing it.
If it gets what it wants, what happens then?
Well, that means you get to face your tormentor much sooner than you anticipated.
How much do you know about them? Are they the person who did this to me? Do you know anything about that?
All I know is whatever happened to you was a great cosmic accident. And it's amazing if you let it be.
Sure. Fine. Fuck it. Let's go.
Hold hands.
While we're
grabbed
holding hands, I'm just gonna squeeze Emery's hand a little tighter and go, "Remember, Emory, you're my hero, okay?" And I'm gonna cast heroism on you.
Oh, yeah!
So, 5 temporary hit
good.
points at the start of every turn.
Let's go fuck up a fucking llama then, I guess.
And you can't be frightened.
Sparks
We can do it.
rears up and puts a paw on both of your shoulders. And he looks at Tim and he says, thanks for calling me Sparks one more time. And then, suddenly, you are in a new place. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. This will be a little rapid fire, so excuse me for being a little bit too quick with everything.
It's good. It's Gucci.
Yeah.
As they say.
As they say.
It's glitching again, motherfucker.
Yeah, it couldn't find the board again.
Oh
Closing
no.
Tailspire.
That's unfortunate.
Opening Tailspire. Technical difficulties. We stand by. Everything's normal and everything's fine.
Now, Tim, I'm not going to tell you that you can't interact in these scenes, but you are aware that if you don't allow this to play out to some extent, then nothing is going to get done.
Yeah.
Because with what I think with what Sparks was telling you, you understand that one of the reasons this has gone on for this long is because you've been disorienting the creature every time you've been pulling it through where it wanted to go.
Well,
yeah.
Sorry.
No, hey, I planned it that way. The creature didn't. I'm not
the creature got fucked up by magic and friendship.
That's true.
Magic and imagination.
And imagination.
Power of God and anime.
Yep.
Right.
And very good dogs.
Mm-hmm. What can very good dogs do?
Very good dogs.
Yes, he's the goodest boy.
He is the goodest boy.
That last thing he said to us does make it sound like he's gonna fucking die, though. Thank you for calling me Sparks one more time before I never see you again. Jay, you wouldn't kill Sparks, would you? I know you're evil, but you're not that evil.
I mean, I think the viewership would riot. So
good.
No, I am actually going to be doing quite the opposite. So
fully canceled on Twitter.
Yeah.
I will be leading the charge. Hashtag Jay is over party. It's trending.
Let's see. It still says waiting on DM.
Oh no, there it goes for me.
There we go.
Oh.
So please click on your characters to bring you to where you're supposed to be. This is shrouded memories. You don't remember how you got here, but Amelia, you were lying on the ground surrounded by figures in robes. They haven't started their chanting yet, but you remember this from one of your nightmares. Emory, Tim, you are standing just outside the circle, and you're hearing two people talk off to the side really quickly. And I'm not going to make you roll to hear what they're saying. Emory, you're not hearing this because you're supposed to be like semi-conscious right now. You're obviously drugged. And they're starting to light things up, and you notice the effigy in the middle is one of a giant ethereal crab that has been carved out of this stone that glows very softly. Tim, you hear two people off to the side go, "This has to go quickly. If either the client or the rest of the children understand what we're doing here, this will all be for naught." And the other one goes, "You didn't clear this with the rest of the children?" "No, of course not. Half of them aren't even in... The guy who runs the children out near Red Larch is an absolute basket case. He likes building community, not building power. How are we supposed to trust a person like that with a scheme like this? If we do this right, we take Waterdeep. Imagine what we can do with that sort of power." And the chanting begins and the ground starts to shake, and we are going to be pulled into another area.
Fun times in Emory's past. Flashback.
All right. Emory, you are floating in a formless void. And Tim, you're not too far off. Emory, you can't quite see yourself, but the most that you know right now is that you are incredibly angry. Tim, you aren't seeing your friend next to you, but you recognize that it is your friend. You are seeing what looks to be a ragged, ethereal cloth, like a bolt of red silk that is in very thin, very fine, very sheer, and it is just crackling with energy. You do recognize you're floating in what appears to be the deep astral sea. There are ebbs and flows around you. You see banks of fog and you know, just everything happening. You're in the place where magic flows as freely as air. It's different here. A portal opens up very close by, and out of it comes what you recognize to be your friend, Emory. Where is the model? I have the linked model, but I don't want to move that. Hey, where'd it go?
You could drop Amelia into this space and have me be her, because I mean that would make sense, wouldn't it?
I suppose. Yeah, okay, you're right.
So the angry silk
is going to be Amelia.
like the soul of my friend, but I see the body of my friend coming through a portal.
Yes.
Okay.
Why don't you give me an Arcana check?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 24.
Bingo. A name comes to you again, just like before when you were confronting the llama. The name is Ontalax.
Ontalax?
Yes.
Can you use it in a sentence?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess you
noun.
lose the spelling bee then.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to need you to spell that for me later.
Yep. She's obviously not dressed like Emory usually is. She's dressed in a in like some harsh looking leathers, and she has what looks like a hook on a chain that she's using currently that is wrapped around her midsection, and she's just kind of holding onto the hook. And she's coming in here, and she looks over the piece of cloth, and she goes, I can't believe it's real. As if it was just floating out here. Dumps the soul in the deep astral. Insanity. Whatever. This will make one hell of a soul coin. And as she comes closer, the Emory, you get even more angry. This person is he's reaching for you as if you're just a thing, and you can't stand it anymore. Something snapped, and the folds of the fabric wrap in on themselves and collapse into this dark, swirling vortex, and the devil starts trying to pull away, but she's getting sucked into it basically, and she's like, what? Oh, what's going on? This is not happening. And Emory, you can't see your fist, but it plunges into the chest of this demon and pulls out another ragged sheet and tears it to pieces in front of Tim.
Stay the fuck away from me!
The body gets pulled limp into the vortex, and suddenly you're Emory again, floating in the deep astral.
What?
So that's how it happened.
The fuck?
The llama. It was standing there the whole time. But it's not a llama, is it? Suddenly, the both of you realize that you're in a dream. The facade drops. You are still floating in the deep astral, but this creature is not a llama at all. It was only using the look of it. This is a bone devil. A creature made of all spines and almost no flesh. Extremely dangerous. And it floats there, and once again, Tim, you hear in your head the name Thargus. And
You want some too?
what do you mean this is a dream? I don't know how you did this, but you did it. My master won't believe it. A mortal able to completely destroy a devil outside of the hells? Oh, you've got to be some sort of catch. Do you have some sort of celestial blood in you or something? What is it? Tell me.
Fuck you.
Let's roll for initiative, shall we?
Let's go!
Yeah.
No, I'm afraid.
You should bear.
I can't see what I rolled because not bad.
That's what it is. Death Blender mode. I found it. I forgot
Hooray.
the keyboard shortcut for it.
Blender time. Yeah, there you go.
Plus initiative is 16.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Oh, wow. Okay. Argus is going to go last because I said so. Tim.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait a second. This isn't the right music.
Battle music!
Let's do... There we go. All right, everybody. We're gonna start. It's old school rules. Emory, right now you are not fully in your rage state just yet. It is up to you if you want to be. You know you're in a dream, but it is still dangerous. Tim, it's your turn first.
Okay, so I've been... Is the heroism still active on Emory?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Then I am concentrating on that. I was told not to get involved. I don't know if that still stands. So I'm going to hold my action to attack this creature with my crossbow if Emory tells me that it's okay. But until then, I'm just going to be holding concentration on heroism.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry, my D&D Beyond crashed. Give me half a second. Have a moment.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties
Offer GX
all over the place.
Wow, internet browser. I'm being so weird. There you go. We alright, I'll just start it up again. Offer GX, sponsor me. Also, get better. I'm desperate for a sponsor. I'll do anything.
Can I also make an intelligence check for what I know about the astral sea and what is possible in the astral sea?
Sure. I mean, also if you want to just in general understand what you can do in a dream like this.
Yes. So that's... Would that be Arcana or just basic intelligence?
Whatever you would like. Go for it. I want you to
Arcana,
succeed, live your best life.
17.
Let's
17.
go.
Nice. Okay. You know that the astral sea, your ability to manipulate the weave of magic is paramount. So, not only are you aware that in the deep astral, your intelligence score is what helps you actually do movement and things like that. You also know that should you be able to key into it well enough, you don't need to use spell slots to cast. You're in a spot, like I said, where magic moves like air. All right then. Sorry, just getting this back up and running again. I don't need you anymore, actually.
Then what I want to do is also cast... Oh, wait. Well, yeah, no, because I didn't cast... I cast it before. So what I actually want to spend my action doing is attempting to do it without a spell slot, because I only have 1 second level spell slot left. Warding Bond on Emory.
Sure.
While the target is within 60 feet of you, it gets a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws and has resistance to all damage. But if you take damage, I take the same amount.
Oof.
So.
I gotcha. Okay.
I'm just gonna float on over and just be like, Emory, I know that you think that you're a monster and that you think that you have this, all this terrible stuff that you've done, but I just want you to know that I'm your friend no matter what. Okay?
She is still just fucking rage seething, but you kind of see just a little bit of a nod.
Now go kick this guy's ass, okay?
My pleasure.
I give her a little pat on the back, and that is that.
All right, Emory.
I mean, I know there's magic. I know I could do that. I just want to kick this fucker's ass. I'm charging at him, both swords drawn. And I don't know if this would be a damaging thing, but for flavor, can I say that, like, my swords actually do catch fire like they do in my sprite? Because I'm just so pissed.
If you'd like to. Is there a specific spell you want to do? Like, that's just casting magic weapon. Did you want to cast that?
I don't have that, but sure.
Oh, that's weird. It doesn't seem to matter because you're in a dream.
Wow, then yeah!
Go ahead. You do an extra 1d6 fire damage in addition to your
Fuck
regular
yeah.
damage.
Okay, my real dice have been fucking with me all day, so I'm just gonna roll my normal dice.
Go for it.
Short sword! 17!
17, huh? That does not hit.
But does heroism do anything to, like, add to it, or no?
Gives you
okay.
extra health, if I remember.
No, but what doesn't one of your swords have? Isn't it a
Plus
+1?
Yeah, that was the +1.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Okay. Other sword, 2 swords. Oh, that's
Alright.
much better. 22.
22 does hit.
Yes. Okay, so that is 1 minimal damage, of course. That's 4 plus whatever the magic weapon you said. How much more do I get for that?
You get an extra d6 of fire.
Let's go d6. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. That was a 6.
Nice. That's
I rolled
10
that
damage.
with my real dice. Yeah, 10 total.
Okay. Good. Oh.
I guess I need to move closer to him.
You only do 4 damage as you realize this creature born of the hells is
I
immune
had a
to fire.
fucking feeling, but I felt like it would look cool.
And is that all you're
Technically,
going
the
to do?
sword damage would have just been normal damage.
The sword damage is normal damage, but it is
Okay.
one of them is magic, so it's fine. So, anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, I get a second attack. What am I doing? Silly. Yeah, oh, my sheet has gotten so much longer. Bonus actions, because I should have a second attack now that I'm level 5. Yeah,
You
extra attack. You
should.
can attack twice whenever you take the attack action. Okay,
Yep.
fuck it, hitting him again.
Go for it.
Well, bam. With the
And you've
Tim.
also got a certain...
That's a fucking 10. That's not gonna do it.
Nope, I'm afraid not.
I do also have second win. I'm gonna hold on to it for right now.
I mean, you also have your panic button that gives you an extra action, right?
I am. I'm not gonna activate that just yet, though. I'm still a little traumatized after the last time it happened.
Right. Argus goes, even in your dreams, you're weak. And she lashes out with 3 attacks.
Good.
It does what's your AC?
14 right now, but
That's
it's dream
one.
logic, so it's 20.
That not quite this turn. Maybe later.
Wow.
That's 1 hit. That's 2 hit, and the 3rd hit is.
Well, didn't Tim thing give me a bonus to AC? Didn't I hear that? Or...
Oh yeah, +1. I thought that was with the
okay,
+1. Yeah.
15.
If that's the case, then the 3rd hit does not hit you, which is good because his tail came out and she tried to barb you with it. So you get 2 clawed hits. You take 16 damage.
You're resistant to all damage, so you only take half.
8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Tim.
Yeah. Ow! I also took 8 damage.
Oh, that's right.
Well, and you really only take 3 damage because you had 5 temporary hit points.
Yup.
That you
add
will continue to get at the start of each of your turns. So next turn
Okay.
you'll get 5 temporary hit points. Okay. So I'm concentrating on a spell. So I would like to. Do I get the sense? And I'll just ask Emory, but this is also sort of a question to DM. Should I also fight? Is this your fight? Should I just help? What am I doing?
She is just like so wrapped up in fucking rage right now. You could do something, and she probably she wouldn't notice.
Did I get the sense from my conversation with Sparks that like I should also be holding back in this part of it, or just the previous parts of it?
He did say that the thing got disoriented whenever you helped.
That was one thing he said.
Mm-hmm.
He also, the implication is that there are stronger things you can do in the dream than just act.
Yeah.
And if you want, you can make more intelligence checks to get more hints from stuff that you probably should know if you're Tim or anything like that. But it's up to you.
So
really up to you. This is a land of literal imagination. How would Tim?
Well, I guess the question is like, is this fight does this fight have to happen or not?
You got the implication that the fight has to happen.
Fight has to happen.
And
I obviously
out is through Thargus.
Yeah. So it's not like I try to find a way to escape. It's we try to find a way to defeat this guy. Then what I want to do, because fuck it, and Tim's imagination is great, I want her. I don't even know what spell this would be. I know there's the like orb spell, the like protection orb thing, but I don't want to do that. But I'm trying to think of like some way that I can. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something fun. I'm just gonna fucking I don't know what is good against devils. What would be a fun thing to do? I'm going
damage
to cast. Polymorph would not really be helpful, but it would be kind of fun.
It would be very funny.
I'd like to true polymorph this demon.
Sure. What's your spell save DC?
16.
But it's dream logic, so it's 300.
Yeah, I want to true polymorph this demon.
I literally
devil.
rolled a 1. What are you polymorphing Argus into? Is it a llama?
I think that would be too on the nose.
A camel.
I'm
alpaca.
going to polymorph it into a turtle.
Turtle. Do I have a turtle? I probably do. I got a crab, I got a spider, I got a scorpion.
I mean, it is a bone devil.
Turtles have bones.
I do not have a turtle, but I'm going to supplement it with this crab.
Yeah, perfect. What are crabs
that's a
if
big
not
crab!
the turtles of the sea? Don't think about that one too hard.
I feel like that already exists, but
No, I don't think so. Sea turtle? That sounds fake.
that sounds fake as hell.
Pay no attention to the fact this is a crab. This is actually a turtle. Yeah,
Okay.
you true polymorph this devil into a turtle.
Haha!
Is it actually a huge turtle, or is it a turtle-sized turtle?
It is a sea turtle, which is relatively large for a turtle. It's about the size of your torso. Yep.
What the?
Did that help? I'm just trying to help. I don't know.
Is it gonna come out of this if I hit it?
No.
Oh.
Well then.
It's a forever turtle. We could have it as a pet in the dream.
Nope.
In the dream. Yeah.
Sorry, Tim. You already got sparks. I'm like sharpening my swords on each other.
All
That's
right,
okay.
Emory.
I've eaten my fair share of turtles. They're delicious. Let's go.
Yes, they are. 2 swords in the shell simultaneously.
Gotcha.
And then
are you being yourself or are you raging?
This is me. This
Okay.
is all me.
Go for it.
So what I would love to do is cast Thunder Wave at the same time that I'm doing this.
Sure.
like hold it down, like stab the swords through it, and then cast Thunder Wave just right at the epicenter.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I get advantage because it's a fucking turtle?
No, but its AC is significantly lower than it was.
Let's fucking go. 13's the first one.
That hits.
18's the second one.
Absolutely hits.
And then Thunder Wave, because we're in the magic cool space. Yeah. Oh, that's almost max damage. 14 lightning damage. Just crackling through this fucking thing.
That'd be total. What was the damage from your swords?
Oh, I didn't roll the damage yet. First one. 6 for the first one.
Okay.
6 for the second one.
You gonna roll your fire damage?
Oh yeah, because I still have that. That's an extra d6. 2.
2 in total? What about your other
Yep.
one?
What do you mean my other one?
Both your
Oh,
swords
the
are
other
on fire.
sword?
Yeah.
Both swords are on fire. That's true. That's another 2.
Yeah. You notice that it is not immune to fire anymore. Targus is like, what the hell? Also. Oh, crap. Okay. So on Thargus' turn, Thargus reassumes her shape.
What the fuck?
Whoop, that's not what I wanted.
I don't think that's allowed.
Is that allowed?
It's
What
allowed.
the fuck? Is that allowed?
That's not allowed.
28 damage. Okay.
Fake news.
Right. Bring it back to her turn. Okay. She going. Dirty trick. Maybe that's why you have an imagination. And then she's going to attack Emory a bunch of times. I'm gonna make sure your brain is soup before you get out of this dream.
Turtle soup? Sounds like you.
Turtle soup. Let's see here. It's 15, but your AC is 16 currently, right?
15.
15. Okay, so meets beats. That's one hit. That is a failure, and that is another failure. It's another one.
Fuck you, Thargus. The dice are on my side today. Let's fucking go.
You take another 8 slashing damage, which is halved down to 4.
And I had 5 temporary HP.
So it never hit you. Look at that. Way to go.
Oh wait, so yeah, I also don't take because I take the damage, but it still counts as damage. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah, but Tim, you take that damage. Tim.
Oh gosh. Okay. What else? Can I make an intelligence check to because Tim is smarter than I am and knows more about magic than I do, given that it is real in her universe. Can I make an intelligence check for what Tim thinks would be the most useful type of thing to do?
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
I think you're mostly thinking of doing things like, hey, if I can cast any spell, I can cast Wish. I could cast this spell or that spell, or I could maybe summon a Colossus here to help me, or summon another demon to help me.
You could summon Sparks.
Maybe if you felt like it. I don't know. These are surface things. You probably you are smart enough to understand that these things probably aren't what actually is probably the most helpful thing, but they're things that you can think of right now.
I don't know what to do. What I'm gonna do is continue to buff Emory. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at whatever the fucking highest level of it is to give
Cure
her
Wounds? Yeah.
all of her hit points back.
Okay.
You know, no, I'm actually gonna cast Is Prayer of Healing more than an action? I don't know a lot of like what the time constraints and stuff are for a lot of the upper level spells, but I also want to get hit points back.
Yeah.
So if there's any like
fine.
group or like mass healing word or something
Sure,
to get.
yeah. I mean, mass healing word goes off immediately. Prayer of Healing takes a little bit of time, but once again, you're in a dream.
Well, then I'll do whatever it takes to get all of our hit points back. I'm just going to be like, oh, magic. Make us feel better.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna roll a bunch of dice right on here. Why not? Hiya! You each gain back 47 health.
Cool. I mean, I only needed 12.
As Tim, an arcane caster, casts a distinctly divine spell.
Hey, I have cure wounds.
Yeah, but Prayer of Healing is different.
Oh, that's yep.
Okay. Emory.
This
thing is having a hard time going down.
I'm seeing Tim do some shit, and I would like to do something a little bit spicy.
What would you like?
Amelia was a spellcaster too.
She was.
But I imagine that she was a sorcerer. She had magic through her blood.
Yep.
She doesn't have that anymore, which is why she's now using wizard magic instead. I looked up a spell list of sorcerer spells.
Yes.
I would like to cast one that Amelia would know.
Go
that
for
Emory misses. Fucking lightning bolt. As high of a level as you will allow.
9th level lightning bolt. Go for it.
Fuck yeah!
Think I'm afraid of you? Think I'm afraid of you and your 9th level spells?
Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Okay, maybe I'm a little scared. Dexterity saving throw, huh? Hiya!
Yep.
Oh, why do I have to keep rolling so low? Dex.
Oh no, that's not gonna do it, bud. Cause that's by default 8d6 lightning damage, and that's a level 3 spell. It adds 1d6 for each additional level. So let's do the math, kids. 8 plus level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's another 6. So that's 14d6. I have to get the dice roller out for this. Roll.
Oh, that's
14d6.
gonna be rough.
No, I want 14, not 1. Google Dice Roller. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You could have rolled on Tailspire too if you wanted to.
Yeah, well. 46 electric damage. Lightning damage. As just this fucking line erupts from her fucking hands.
Woo! That was very cool. You're very cool.
Okie dokie. That is pretty cool. Thargus is getting pretty singed looking. And she goes,
How you like me now, bitch?
This is just a dream. You can't really hurt me. And she takes her turn to heal her entire wound pool.
Oh, fuck you.
Tim.
Can I know that there is a spell that you can do this, but I don't remember what it is. I want to cast some sort of like dream walking spell. I want to get into the head of this.
Are we literally
demon.
inceptioning
Devil.
this demon? This devil?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you just roll me just an Arcana check, and we'll see how well this goes.
25. I've rolled 3 25s this session.
Okay. She's not able to resist. You amp into her mind more or less. What are you looking for?
I think like do an inception, but I want to like just put a bunch of weird stuff in her head. I just want to go full, just like here's a pink elephant riding a roller coaster. Here's the literal sun drinking a beer. Here's, just like weird shit in its head. I just want to like fucking carnival in its brain.
You put just like a really weird song gets stuck in its head.
Yes.
Tim goes inside and unleashes her entire ADD brain on this devil that does not feel ADD ever. And
like all of the half-written like stories that she wrote during the like 25 years she was home alone, just.
And then Emory, you just going like, why are there so many thoughts?
And can I like, I don't know if this is a thing, but like, can I try and do psychic damage to it from the inside of its brain like that?
I mean, I think you're already kind of doing that. Why don't you roll me a little bit of some dice here? What much damage do you think? What kind of damage die do you want to use?
I want to roll some d8s.
Sure. You
How
could
many
have said d20s there if you wanted to.
Pick a number.
I want to be fair. I know that a lot of.
Oh, I don't. I already know what I'm doing on my next turn.
Okay, fuck it. I'll do. I don't know. I mostly want to break its brain, not necessarily do damage. Like damage is great,
well, you're
but
already
I want
going to cause it disadvantage.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know. 8d8s. That's a fun amount of numbers.
Go for it. Yeah.
8d8s, 40 damage.
40 damage. Pretty good.
2 natural 8s on those.
Beautiful. Okay.
Eat 'em.
Let's move right along here. Quickly. Emory, what's going on? What are you doing? You're noticing that, like, Targus basically heals back to full every time you both finish your rotation.
Me off.
I think you're going to have to maybe do some more damage.
Yeah, and, well, you brought up 9th level, and so I did pull up a list of 9th level spells.
Yeah.
Power word kill.
Go for it. It has to resist, right?
No.
Oh.
You can utter a word of power that can compel one creature you see to die instantly.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of my face, and fuck is the word for the record.
What's it do? What do you do?
So what do I do?
What does the spell do specifically?
It like just literally kills it. It's a 2-sentence thing.
Doesn't
you utter a
have
word
to
of
be-
power that can there is no save. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you can see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose had 100 hit points or fewer, it dies. Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
Okay.
And
100
Tim
hit
just did a
points
lot of
or
damage to it.
fewer.
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, it still has over 100 hit points.
Fuck! Can I hit it first and then do it?
Sure.
It's dream logic!
Make your sword like a giant, like, Final Fantasy sword.
Yeah. I'm
link
just...
them together.
I cast Embiggen on my fucking swords. I am just like, yeah, I'm still feeling good about that electricity, that zippy zap. So I'm gonna change the elements on my sword to electricity instead.
Go for it.
And I'm just gonna take some motherfucking slishy slashies at it. Where it is? Oh god, I had so many
at this
tabs
point,
open.
why don't we just not roll to hit anymore? This is your
Ooh,
dream. You're
okay,
angry.
yeah.
Roll your damage instead.
Yeah, I dig it. All right, so normal ass piercing damage. That's a 10 first for the 1st one.
Okay.
And then, 9 for the second one. And then another 10 for the third one. And then I add 3d6 for the lightning damage. I gotta get rid of all these d6s. Roll 3d6. Another 10 lightning damage.
Gotcha.
How's it looking?
She's looking fine.
What a bitch.
And yeah, if you cast your power word kill, you'll notice that nothing happens.
Fuck.
She still has over 100 hit points.
The fuck do you want from me? Get out of my fucking dreams!
Thargus, on her turn, grows a size larger. When are you going to understand this is a dream? You can't really hurt me in here. Nothing you have has that power. And she's going to try to a bunch of attacks, but she has disadvantage and she's rolling real bad. Oh, that one hits. That was a critical, and it just missed because it was a disadvantage. So she only hits you once. You take a further 8 damage. Halved to 4.
Resistance 4.
Yep.
Digs into my temp HP when I'm still at max.
Tim, something's scratching your brain about this. She keeps saying the same thing.
Yeah, can I roll another Arcana check to...
Yes. Or whatever
Ooh,
you'd
okay.
like.
22.
And this is about you figuring out what's going on?
Yes.
This is a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you are doing to Thargus isn't really causing damage. But Emory has a trump card that Thargus doesn't know what to do with.
Emory, I think you have to get real mad. I know you don't want to. I know you don't like it, but I think you need to do the big angry hole.
That is a terrible name for it. We're not calling it that.
Okay, well, you
hashtag
think
big angry hole.
up a better
Get it
name,
going.
and then we'll call it that. But I think that's what you have to do. I believe in you.
Fucking fine.
And that's it.
I turn my knife on myself and I just plunge it into my chest where the soul hole is.
All right. You activate on purpose the Black Heart.
Yup.
The world itself goes monocolor as Emory shifts into this negative version of herself, and the hole erupts from her chest. This coruscating heart of darkness. And at first, Thargus laughs like, this is still a dream. This can't. And then you notice something beginning to happen. First thing you notice, Tim has also gone negative. The link between the both of you has spread the effects of the heart between the two of them. Tim, you are angrier than you have ever been in your entire life.
Even angrier than when my parents forgot my birthday?
You're so angry. And it's just bringing up all stuff. Like, why did they never pay attention to you? Why didn't they answer back? Where did they go? Why didn't they, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Second thing is Thargus is immediately stricken. She starts getting pulled into your chest, Emory, and a ragged piece of cloth begins shimmering out of her. Do you reach for it?
Absolutely.
As soon as you touch it, it begins to crumble, wither, and tear, and Thargus begins to scream, no, this can't happen.
I'm just screaming.
Just tearing it apart, pulling like one of those infinite handkerchiefs that come out of a clown's sleeve. You're just pulling it out of Thargus, and Thargus is screaming, and you, for the second time, manage to completely annihilate a devil of the hells. And then you both start awake, lying up against a tree with your friends. Let me do this here. With your friends having just finished a desperate fight against a very large bay dog of some sort. Tim?
Uh-huh.
The effects are fading very quickly because you're no longer tethered to your friend, but if you want, I will give you an intelligence check to see what you can see. Maybe uncover a little bit of lore. What is this thing that is happening to your friend?
That's an 18.
That's an 18. It's your choice if you want to tell Emory this, but for everyone's sake, I'll say this out loud. While connected to it, you were just in the dream world. You have done a whole lifetime of studying of magic. Certainly anyone else would think that what Emory is doing must mean he is some sort of demigod or god in hiding or something like that. You just cannot kill a denizen of the upper or lower planes outside of their home plane. It does not happen. But you were attached to Emory. This isn't some curse. This isn't some boon from a god. This is good, old-fashioned, mortal rage. He just has a lot of it. And some quirk of whatever happened to her turned it into this.
Phenomenal cosmic accident.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Woo!
Sorry, I had to write all that down. Holy shit.
Let's go!
And then we're going to have an episode on the 30th that will continue from this part. How did you guys like fighting a devil in the infinite dreamscape?
I liked it when it was a turtle.
Tim had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
You got to cast 9th level spells. They were great. Great
I
stuff.
did. It was great.
Do you
Wow.
all I don't know, was that still hair raising enough for everybody, you know?
Oh, yes.
Got some fucking backstory. Let's go.
Yeah,
you got
that
some
was-
backstory. There a lot of
Wow.
backstory, to be fair.
Yeah.
There was a lot there.
And Tim Emory bonding is always
Yeah.
lovely. Love it.
Mhm. Yeah. I know we said we wouldn't do any couch questions real quick, but just in case the players, we have like 2 more minutes. Do either of you have any specific questions?
I don't know. Like, there's things that I want to ask, but I don't want to know because I want to wait to see how it plays out in the game.
Right.
Because
Same.
I'm like Emory, like she has a lot of shit that she's gonna have to deal
Girlie
with. and I-
needs a therapist so
Yeah.
fucking bad.
Right.
yeah. But
And
The
you know,
evil
this is
DM
a-
laugh. There it
This
is.
was a bonus episode too. It wasn't supposed to go down like this. Yo, we're supposed to go through this for a little bit later, but now I was like, opportunity knocks, baby.
Scheduling conflicts knock, and we
Yep.
must answer.
surprise infections leads to great things.
Yeah. See,
I get to miss another episode in July because I have another freaking convention. Conventions stop having their events on the last weekend of the month.
Just stream it from the con. Let's
Yeah,
go.
do it.
Yeah, sure.
Bring a setup. Play live in the booth. Let's pitch in. Get Star a mobile stream setup.
Yup.
Okay. We have to get out of here. So, folks, thank you all so much for coming and watching our bonus episode. Before we get out of here, Zoe, where can the kind folks at home find you?
They can find me on YouTube at Zoe B. There's probably gonna be a video coming at the end of the month.
It's a big one.
It is a big one. But you will be at the next full episode of this show, which will be before, you will all be coming to that.
Yeah, everybody watching.
Yeah. So you'll get another reminder then.
Hell yeah.
That's where you can find me.
Awesome. And Star.
Yes, so I am the Starfish Face pretty much everywhere. I just released my book, How to Webcomic version, the 2023 edition. That's on my website, thestarfishface.com. And also, I have a series of charity streams coming, not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm going to be taking sketch commissions for the cause. I never take commissions, so that's kind of a big deal. So find me on YouTube. That is where that will be happening. If you want to get more notifications about that, subscribe to me at the Starfish Face on YouTube. And hey, you should also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you should also subscribe to Jay's YouTube, because we're trying to get his channel to 1,000 subscribers so that we can start earning ad revenue for our streams, so we can start paying for cool shit to help fund the production.
Yeah.
And we do one of these every month, and it's super cool.
That actually boils down into my stuff now. So yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So absolutely, yes. If you feel like supporting the production, subscribing to the YouTube is probably one of the best ways to do that without actually giving us money, because it will eventually get us. YouTube will just give us money, and that'll support us. Besides that, you could go to our Ko-fi, Ko-fi/thejacorn, and you can sign up for a membership as low as $1 a month if you feel like it. That would be great. It goes directly to supporting all of us on the production here, and that is that. Otherwise you will find me here and on my Twitch, which some of you are watching from right now, Twitch/JacornTV. Don't subscribe to Twitch, they're terrible. Other than that, we will see you all in 2 weeks, June 30th. Be there or be square. Say goodnight, everybody.
Be there or become a turtle.